All right, I am inside of the office at Alvarado Gardens. This is the light source, just as is the case every time I'm outside of my office. And what you're seeing while I'm inside of my apartment is the light source right outside of my window. So I just want to be clear. While you're talking about what would be the sun, what is a clear deviation from what would be seen outside of my window is not what would be in alignment to my office. And again, the entity is, again, engaging in what is supposed to be presumed as a monstrosity of a sun that is seen by everyone, everywhere, at the same time. That's not the case, and it's also not the case that the sun would create what is a shooting trajectory like a light laser into the apartment, as opposed to the sun, which is above but not hovering. It's above, and no light whatsoever actually would occur on the inside of the apartment. That's the natural order of things. This light source is a hovering light source, and it's a remaining light source. Remaining here while I'm in the office, remember, I've already documented this, and then it's setting over here. What you saw yesterday was it's remaining over my apartment, aiming light in the apartment. And what you just saw moments ago, this is supposedly the sun, but you see the pattern of the blinds on the ceiling? They're group stalkers. This is audible activity creation. This is group stalking, and I'm going to prosecute, drain the pockets of that company, and I'm going to publicly expose them. And they're also being criminally prosecuted. It's criminal facilitation. That's why you are looking at the blinds on the ceiling, an impossibility, a phenomenon. All right, and you're also witnessing what is demon possession. All right, demon possession underway, where they are engaging what is the outward guise of nothing other than relevant positioning and act. Hi, how's it going? Good. This is P.O.C. And they are engaging in the sexually violent pattern of conduct. You're going to pay attention to the light source that's outside of my office, right? And then when I'm in my apartment, it's outside of my living room window, right? And then there's light that's on my ceiling inside of my bedroom, right? And I'm walking in the shade, but you're looking at this light manifesting in the shade as though sunlight bounces off of windows and objects and appears at a distance. Remember, I was documenting beacon, and in the shade, the entity is suggesting that sunlight's going to bounce off of that window and at a distance. It always seems to be around me. That's the pattern. That's why you have the absence of any coincidence of those that are in that environment. Okay, it is the establishment of the conspiracy that exists between the people and the entity itself, the state of California, the phenomenon itself. That is, by the way, how you are establishing the conspiracy. The conspiracy to engage in federal group stalking and monitoring as one entity. This is impossible light activity. It's appearing in the shade. And there is no time ever. By the way, this is impossible light as well. Okay? You're talking about what's a building. So the sun is hovering so low that it's outside of my window, but it's also going through this building, and it's hitting this building down at this low trajectory. It's all you have to do is pay attention to the environment. The demonic desire, the purpose, is to aim light on the surfaces. This demonic entity is always touching surfaces with light. The other day, as I was capturing the group stalker, the other day was yesterday, and it was a 4-door sedan while I was capturing the demonic pacing in the parking lot, and you saw on the driver's side of that vehicle, I pointed it out in the video, while they were driving in this direction in the parking lot, immediately directed light moved across the driver's side of that vehicle. That's what this is. All right. The entity always wants to touch surfaces with the engineered light, and it's combined with their crossing of path. So they are engaging in maintaining light all over the surfaces while the demon possessed are pacing all around. It's the same behavior in the environment. This is entirely impossible. You live in relevant position. You're a group stalker. You live at a crime scene. I don't care what time you have to go to work. You're engaging in criminal monitoring while you get up at whatever time to go walk to your car, which is these are the costs and effects of acting with a public entity. This is what the secret society is going to pay for. All right, that's just how it is. The Cadaretos, they can be going to wherever they want on whatever schedule. They don't have a legal defense, and they're going to be deported out of this country. But it also goes to show the Los Angeles Police Department also flew over in relevant position in the specific environment. But even if LAPD didn't provide that ongoing evidence against itself and the people of the state, you don't have any excuse for being in the specific environment. It's a crime. It's a prima facie case of the pattern of conduct. So anyway, shade, light is on, the pattern of the blinds is on the ceiling in my bedroom. This is amplified audible activity. And there are demons that are following me that is stalking with noise creation, and it's all amplified, okay? I got their license plates. This is called malice. This is called the impermissible threat. While the entity is forced to, while you're exposing it, they're in one way, they're forced to continue because they have to act like nothing to see here, folks. We don't even pay attention. Nothing's going on here. But on the other hand, you're going to force an entity by virtue of that federal prosecution. You're going to force them to stand down. This is malice. They're continuously monitoring. They have to, in a way, they're forced to continue doing what they're doing while they're being exposed. But on the other hand, as far as that prosecution goes, this is speaking to what is a threat to your life while they continue to do so. And federal prosecution is going to directly contend against that. This is P.O.C. It is 9:46 a.m. and this is directed light all over the building while they're creating noise. They're monitoring. Okay? The phenomenon surrounds while you're creating noise. It's criminal facilitation. P.O.C.